So question 1, the midpoint, so it's just the formula. Average the x's, average the y's. So it's 1 plus 11, which is 12 over 2, so the x-coordinate's 6. Negative 3 plus 5 is 2 over 2 is 1, so it should be 6, 1. Questions on that one? Okay. All right, so in the figure, KJ is here, and KL are opposite rays. Well, what does that tell us right off the bat?
180.
Yeah, it's a straight line, so it's equal to 180 degrees. Angle 1 and angle 2 are congruent. And then KM bisects NKL. So what does that tell you about angle 3 and angle 4? They're equal. Okay. So what bisects JKN? Well, if angle 1 and angle 2 are equal, what bisects JKN? KP. Yep, good. Okay, same figure. This is why I told you maybe just to draw it once because it is applicable to several questions. If the measure of JKM, so it's 1, 2, and 3, right? All three of those angles, is equal to 5x plus 18. And angle 4 is x. What is angle 4? Well, I know that 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 equals what? 180. And I know 1 plus 2 plus 3 is equal to 5x plus 18. So I would take 5x plus 18 and I would add x and set that equal to 180. Everybody follow that logic? Stop me because I want to make sure you understand it, because you do have an opportunity to retake if you want to. So I want to make sure you understand how to get that. Okay, so I'm going to take 5x plus 18 plus x and set it equal to 180. So 6x equals, if I subtract 18, 162. It goes in there, what, for 17? Is that right? 6 goes into, it's close. I think I'm not a math teacher. 27. So angle 4 is 27 degrees. Okay, again, same figure. Now we've got JKP is 3r plus 12. So angle 1 is 3r plus 12. Angle 2 is 4r minus 2. So what do we know about angle 1 and angle 2? They're equal. So I'm just going to set 3r plus 12 equal to 4r minus 2. But the question is, what is angle JKN? Well, JKN is the two added together, right? So once I figure out r, I have to plug it in to either one because they're the same measure, right? Once I know what that angle is, I multiply it by 2 because there's two of the same angle, right? What did you get for r? I'm guessing 14. Okay, and as soon as you see r, did you guys jump to the answer and say, there's my answer? And yep, did I warn you about that? Yep, you got to read the question. It didn't ask for r, right? You had to find r to answer the question. So you answer the question, and then you plug it back in, okay? If you will, you can turn your work in, and I can give you half a point back for doing the work to find r. Okay, so if you've got your work down, I don't want you writing it now, but if you've got your work and you can show me, I'll give you half a point back for that. Okay. Once you plug 14 in, 3 times 14, 52, plus 12, 64, and it's twice that, because that's just angle 1, right? So 108 would have been the right answer. Okay, make sure you're reading the question. Question 5, same thing. This time JKN, they're going to tell us is a right angle. It doesn't look right, but we're going to assume because they tell us it's a right angle. So it's equal to what? 90. So what's angle 1 equal to? 45. These are the kinds of things, even though it doesn't ask, if you just write it down, it'll help as you're solving the problems. With ACT, the key to ACT math, something called, he calls it PUDWIC, put down what you know. So even though the question hasn't even been asked yet, I'm starting to label everything they're giving me so I can write down what I know, and then maybe it'll help me answer it. So 1 and 2 are now 45. If angle 1 is 4t plus 5, what is t? This time they want t. Well, all I have to do is set 4t plus 5 equal to 45 degrees and solve for t. Make sense? Okay. Question 6. Again, same figure. If jkn is 8x plus 2 and mkl is 3x plus 5, what is mkn? Well, I know 3 and 4 are equal. So then I know 3, which is nkm, is also equal to 3x plus 5. So I have 8x plus 2 plus 3x plus 5 plus 3x plus 5 equals 180. Right? Then I can solve for x. Did you guys pick x for your answer instead of the angle? Or did you read this one? Okay, because my guess is you probably got x to be 12.
Yeah.
And 12 was an answer, but that's not what it asked for. It didn't ask for x. It asked for mkn. Right? So mkn is angle 3. Angle 3 is also 3x plus 5. If x is 12, 12 times 3 is 36 plus 5, 41. Would have been the right answer here. Make sure you're reading the question. 7, new drawing, finally. Name 2 acute vertical angles. So we're just going to look at the choices. HQL, right away, I can stop on that one. It's obtuse, right? HQL is obtuse. KQL. KQL, okay, that's an acute. Is it vertical to IQH?
Yes.
Yes, so there's your answer. Questions on that one? Question 8, a pair of obtuse adjacent angles. Adjacent means next to each other. They share a side. Okay? KQG. KQG, I would agree that's obtuse. And HQM. Well, those are both obtuse, but they don't share a side. So they're not adjacent. GQI. GQI, well, right away, that's not obtuse. HQG. HQG, not obtuse. So it's got to be this one. GQL. GQL, okay. And LQJ, yes. Last one. Name a linear pair. These are 2 angles, a pair of angles, just 2, that add together to make a line. Okay? GQL, GQL, so we've got this one. Well, the one that would have to add to that one, LQJ, no. GQI, GQI, and IQM. There it is. Because here's GQI. Stop. And that's IQM. So together, those 2 angles make a line. Last question. Name an angle supplementary to MQI. MQI. Well, an angle supplementary would be HQG. Because supplementary means add to 180. HQG. Is that a choice? No. So what do I have to start with? MQI. So if I'm going to do that one, then the other choice is LQM. Right? Oh, IQH. That's it. MQI, IQH. Those are supplementary. So there it is. Okay? Questions? Figure out what you did wrong?
Yeah. What's the retake process?
Just tell me when you want to retake it and come in my room and I open it up. I think I have a retake already made for this one, so it won't be the same one.
Are we allowed to retake it if we passed?
Yes. Okay, now before the bell rings, I still have a few minutes, but this is how chapter tests work for me in my class, because I've just had Zach. I give you a review that's very, very similar to the test. You do the review. It's due the next day at the beginning of class, because I go through the review in class for the review for the test. So I've opened the review up now. It will be due beginning of class tomorrow. So that's what you can work on tonight or study hall or whatever. If you get, whatever score you get, if you get 100 on the review, it's worth 10% bonus on the test. Okay, so it pays to get the review done, and it also helps because then you know what's going to be on the test, because they're very, very similar questions. Okay? But it will close when you come to class, so you won't have time in class to do it, because as soon as class starts, then I'm going to be doing the review for you guys to get you ready for the test on Thursday. So we do have the chapter tests on Thursday. Review is due tomorrow. I updated everything in the calendar. Sorry, you probably got lots of notifications this morning, but the chapter review is due tomorrow. Chapter test will be on Thursday.
What can we retake it up to?
I averaged the two.
Okay.
And if the average is below passing, but your retake was higher than passing, then I will give you a 70, if that makes sense. It's not fair to make you retake and get a passing grade and then not pass the quiz, so I give you a passing grade. Okay? I would like the chapter 1 closed out by the end of the week. So sometime between now and Friday, if you want to retake it, come and retake it. Okay? All right. Okay, and also I entered grades on Sunday. I know, Lacey, you had a couple, we were emailing back and forth. If you've done some things and you want to show me and you just didn't show me, then let me know and I'll open it. Or come and talk to me if you want and we can work something out. I mean, I'm going to be pretty easy during the first several weeks because this is new for everybody. So if something happened and you want to come talk to me and we want to reopen it, then I can do that. Just come talk to me. Okay? Anyone else that's having some issues or unhappy with the grade or don't agree with something I've put in, then just come talk to me and we'll work it out.
So then all of the classroom problems were 6 and other weeks.
Mm-hmm. Right, because we did that Friday, right?
It says that mine can't open. All weekend for my 1.6, it hasn't been open.
Okay.
Because I've been trying to work on it.
Okay. Yep, let me stop this and I can look at it. And that could be a problem.